What's going on, guys? The Z Product here, and today I'll be ranking the Royal Knight's power from weakest to strongest. This will be based off all of the things they've shown in the video games, anime, manga, and so on. If you disagree with my list, that's completely fine, and if you think I got some things wrong, comment down below. Oh, and quick note, I won't be including their X-antibody form. That could be for another video. So, let's get started. For number 13, we have Lord Naimon. And I know what you're thinking. Why is he considered the weakest Royal Knight? While Lord Naimon is very powerful, the other Royal Knights have better feats and have some features that will make them above Lord Naimon. Anyway, let's talk about all of the things he has done. He has defeated Magna Gurumon many times, and Magna Gurumon was able to assist Emperor Greymon defeat Turumon Vice, and this Digimon was powerful enough to kill Orphanimon and defeat Seraphimon. Lord Nightmon only lost because Magna Gurumon was getting stronger in every battle, and Lord Nightmon wasn't focused in the final battle due to him doubting Lucimon, which led him to his downfall. Lord Nightmon should be stronger than Ida Eve, and Ida Eve was able to battle against Tagumi and Faye after they battled Lord Nightmon. Later in the game, Lord Nightmon was able to battle against Tagumi and Yuko. And lastly, Lord Nightmon was able to battle against Keisuke, the main cast of Hacker's Memories. For number 12, we have Kentorismon. Like Lord Nightmon, Kentorismon was able to battle Tegumi on equal ground, and this was after he defeated Barbamon, who had the power of all four Featuremon. In his weakened state, he was able to block Galatemon's attack and freeze him. He's also entrusted to guard an ancient room from evil Digimon, meaning he is the only Royal Knight capable of defending the ruins, and it's probably because of his incredible defensive power. What makes Kentorismon above Lord Nightmon is his armor, which is made from red chrome digizoid. The red chrome digizoid is a modified alloy of chrome digizoid that has been increased in hardness, so it provides phenomenal defensive power to its users. Kentorismon's defense is so great, his shield alone is strong enough to block Galatemon's lance, which is rivaled only by Dr. Mon's Gigastick lance, and he was able to block all four Featuremon's all-four saber, which are powerful enough to cut an ultra-level Arukanimon's arm. Even with his armor, which looks like it should slow him down, Kentorismon is considered the second fastest Royal Knight, making him even faster than the top-tier Royal Knight, with the exception of one. So with all of his strength, speed, and defensive power, he should be above Lord Nightmon, but not good enough for number 10. For number 11, we have Craniumon. Craniumon is one of the most skilled Digimon in the digital world. He is so powerful, he was able to easily overwhelm the Data Squad's Digimon like Shine Greymon, Mirage Galvamon, Raymon, and Rosemon with just his bare hand. And with his spear and shield, he's easily able to defeat Shine Greymon Burstmon, who is so powerful, he was able to defeat Belphemon, who is one of the 7 Demon Lords. And Belphemon is so powerful, he's able to destroy Ultimate level Digimon and below just by roaring. Belphemon was able to amp himself by absorbing the energy in the city, allowing him to grow, and by eating the space isolation device. After Belphemon amped himself, he was able to tear holes in the sky, and Shine Greymon Burstmon was able to defeat him. And Craniumon easily defeated Shine Greymon Burstmon. Craniumon's shield's defensive power is so great, it required 4 Burst Mode Digimon to crack the shield, and one of them was able to defeat Lord Nightmon. And Craniumon was able to block them even when they used their ultimate attacks, like Final Shining Burst. It wasn't enough to destroy the shield, with Marcus unleashing the final blow on his shield. He was able to battle against Takumi and Yuku, who would battle against Mother Ida. He is so skillful and powerful, Magnamomon even said, with his spear and shield, no one can beat him. Craniumon for a long while was able to hold the entire digital world all by himself, until the Royal Knights came to aid him. Now it's time to talk about the top 10 strongest Royal Knight, and for number 10 is Dynasmon. Dynasmon possesses the power of the Wyvern, and has his dragon armor made from high purity chrome digizoid, which boosts unparalleled strength. Like Lord Nightmon, he was able to defeat Emperor Greymon many times, and lost at the end due to him not being focused, and Emperor Greymon getting stronger in every battle they fought. Dynasmon is said to have the most power among the Royal Knights. He also has one of the most interesting moves, like the Dragon Roar, the Breath of the Wyvern, and his most powerful attack, the Dragon Collider. The two most interesting is the Dragon Roar and the Dragon Collider. The Dragon Roar can shoot energy blasts from his palms with the attribute of the 10 legendary warriors, and the Dragon Collider, which is the most destructive attack of all of the Roar Knights. The move can reach the temperature of a star's core in an instant. This move is so powerful, Mon believed not even Zed Millenniumon could survive this attack, and the other Roar Knights said to only use it as a last resort. Dynasmon was able to battle against the main cast of Cyber Sleuth and Alphamon all by himself. He was one of the Royal Knights who helped Craniumon hold the entire digital world. Despite him having really good feats like battling the leader and helping prevent the digital world from falling and having the most destructive attack, it's not enough for him to be higher on the list, and that's because two of his best attacks takes a while to charge, which is one of the reasons why he lost to Emperor Greymon. And very skilled Royal Knights above him that doesn't have the same destructive attack as Dynasmon can defeat him while he's charging or defeat him with their superior skills and tactics. For number 9, we have Gallantmon. Now before we talk about his power, we need to talk about the Royal Knights being a lot stronger than their Digi-Destined/Tamer's counterpart. The reason why the Royal Knights are a lot stronger than their counterpart is because the Royal Knights have tens of thousands of years of experience, while the Digi-Destined/Tamers only has a few months or years of experience. So whatever the Digi-Destined/Tamers can do, the Royal Knights can do better due to them having more experience. Before we talk about the Royal Knight Gallantmon, let's talk about the Gallantmon from Digimon Tamers. In Digimon Tamers, Takato's Gallantmon was able to defeat an Amp Biasmon, who was capable of defeating Megidramon, and he was able to briefly fight one of the Four Sovereigns. There was a theory video made by Viewer Online 101 that Antmon and Digimon Tamer was originally the Demonmon Biasmon, but was defeated and had his memory erased. And if he really was a Demon Lord and a non-Royal Knight Gallantmon defeated him, then a Royal Knight Gallantmon without a doubt would be able to defeat the Demon Lord Biasmon, since he is way more experienced than Takato's Gallantmon. Takato's Gallantmon was able to kill a few Melomyotismon. The Royal Knight Gallantmon was easily able to kill Black Seraphimon, greatly injured Kentorosmon, and held Omnimon, Jesmon, Magnamon, and All-Force Vegemon fend off Axamon. Gallantmon's armor is made from 99.9 pure chrome Digisoid, and his only lance is rivaled only by Doctormon's Gigastance lance. His lance is so strong, he was able to pierce through Kentorosmon's red chrome Digisoid's shield. He is also one of the other Royal Knights to help Craniumon hold the digital world. For number 8, we have Magnamon. Magnamon is an armor level Digimon that evolved through the power of the Digimantle of Miracles, and possesses the attribute of metal, and is made from Super Metal Chrome Digisoid. Magnamon possesses not only tremendous defensive ability, but also offensive power equivalent to a Mega level or even greater. Magnamon can overcome any obstacle he falls into through the miraculous power with the Digimantle of Miracles. Davis's Magnamon was powerful enough to defeat Chimeramon and Wallace's Truemon Vice with the help of Golden Rapidmon. One of Magnamon's attacks is Magna Blaster. This attack releases all the energy of the Digimantle into one explosion. This attack is so powerful, the size of the Magna Blaster power rapidly accelerates the damage to Magnamon's data. It is currently sealed away. Like Gallantmon, he helped Jesmon, All-Force Vegemon, Omnimon fend off Axamon, and help Craniumon hold the digital world. And finally, he was able to defeat Dynasmon, who can battle the main cast of Cyber Sleuth and Alphamon all by himself. For number 7, we have Genkumon. Out of all of the Royal Knight, Genkumon was probably the hardest one to research due to him never appearing in any anime or manga, and only appearing in some game. Genkumon is the teacher of Hackmon and made him go through hard trials in order to make him a Royal Knight. Genkumon's teachings made Jesmon powerful enough to battle against the leader of the Royal Knight and help the other Royal Knight fend off Axamon. So we can assume that Genkumon can battle against those opponents on his own. Genkumon was able to prevent the collapsing of a dimension that is beyond space and time, and whose explosion would completely cover the digital world. Genkumon has a flaming dragon aura emerging from Genkumon's body, Hinu Komoi. Hinu Komoi is always there for Genkumon, and although no escape its lips, it gets involved without wasting its breath arguing. He knew Kamui is itself in the process of evolving from a champion level, and it is said that when its power awakens, there couldn't exist any kind of Digimon to be recognized as its rival. Lastly, Genkumon in the Chronicle X was able to battle against Lucemon X. He did lose, but he was able to hold his own against Lucemon X, and Lucemon X is stronger than Lucemon Satan mode, and I'll explain why when we get to number 1. For number 6, we have Jesmon, the student of Genkumon. Now, I was originally going to put him on number 5, but the Royal Knight above him has shown more impressive feats compared to Jesmon. Even though Genkumon would be able to do some things Jesmon has done, Genkumon said Jesmon has way more potential than he does, and as Heckmon he was able to beat Buncho Leomon, but he still needs to perfect his power in order to be one of the best. Jesmon has an ability called the OS Generics, which is an ability that allows him to transcend the laws of nature, leaving his physical abilities unbound by the laws of the digital world, thus allowing him to overpower any enemy without taking a single scratch. Jesmon in Digimon Tri was able to battle against the Digi-Destined Omnimon, who was easily able to cut Ordinomon's wings, and would have won if the battle continued. He's even able to go toe-to-toe with Alphamon, and at one point gained the upper hand. Like the other Royal Knights, he was able to fend off Axamon. For number 5 is gonna trigger pretty much everyone that's watching this video and gonna spam why is he above Jesmon. And for number 5 we have Leopardmon. Now before anyone spam the dislike button or tell me I'm an idiot, let me explain why Leopardmon is stronger than Jesmon. And I know some people are gonna say that Leopardmon is considered the weakest Royal Knight, and in his appearance of Digimon Data Squad he didn't do much. He did easily overpower Rosemon and Ravemon, but was easily beaten by them when they went burst mode. But that later changed in the future, and just because you've been stated to be something doesn't mean you're gonna be it forever. For example, Jiren in Dragon Ball Super was stated to be the strongest mortal in the tournament, but that later changed when Goku obtained MUI, and became the strongest mortal in the tournament. So that can be the same thing with Leopardmon, from being the weakest Royal Knight to one of the strongest Royal Knights. In Digimon Cyber Sleuth, Leopardmon claimed to be the strongest Royal Knight, and managed to back this up when he battled against the main cast, Omnimon, and even Alphamon all by himself. And this is right before they battled multiple Yggdrasil avatars and Mother Eater. He's also very intelligent. The rest of the Royal Knight even acknowledged him as their strategist. He knew how to counter Arukanimon's dot matrix, and in Digimon V-Tamer, it was powerful enough to disassemble and absorb Daemon's data. And Daemon is one of the most powerful demon lords, and Leopardmon was able to counter and defeat Arukanimon when he first fought one. Leopardmon can change into his leopard mode, allowing him to have a beast-like fighting style. And I know people are still going to be salty about Leopardmon being above Jesmon, but Leopardmon has better feats than Jesmon. So if you disagree, that's fine, but I'm just showing you the things they've done. Number 4, we have All Force Veedramon, and it's not surprising that All Force Veedramon is in the top 5 list. Not only is All Force Veedramon one of the most powerful Royal Knights, he's also the fastest Royal Knight, and that's because his body is wrapped in a holy armor made of the lightest weight rare metal, Blue Gigazoid, which is rare even among Chrome Digizoid. All Force Veedramon was able to one-shot a Mega level Arukarimon and easily cut an Ultra level Arukarimon's arm, and even fight Ultra Daemon for a few moments. He was easily able to overwhelm Kentaurismon, fend off Axamon with the help of the other Royal Knights, and help Craniumon hold the digital world. And finally, All Force Veedramon was able to battle against Tactimon and force him to unleash his sword's true power. And I know some people would say that Tactimon didn't use the sword's true power, and I'm not going to call it by its real name, so I'll just call it the Zero Arm Sword. Anyway, Tactimon did unleash the Zero Arm Sword's true power, since he gave All Force Veedramon scars, meaning All Force Veedramon is stronger than Seal Tactimon, and even without unleashing his sword's true power, he's more powerful than Blastmon and even Lilithorn, one of the 7 Demon Lords. I call Takimon's sword the Zero Arm Sword because it's made from the data of the Zero Arm Orochi, an ancient weapon used by Susanamon. The Zero Arm Orochi is a weapon powerful enough to cut the Dark Area in half and kill Lucemon Chaos mode and even Lucemon Satan mode. And Takimon's sword is made from that weapon. And All Force Veedramon even said Unsealed Takimon can overpower 3 Royal Knights, and he was able to hold his own against him, and he only received scars instead of losing his arm or even dying. And finally, All Force Veedramon has the All Force ability. The All Force ability is a healing ability that allows him to rewrite the user's ones and zeros faster than a deletion attack can keep up. If you didn't know, zeros and ones attacks are considered instant kill move, meaning he's able to heal faster than instant. With All Force Digimon speed, strength, and healing power, All Force Digimon is worthy for the fourth spot on the list. For number 3, we have Omnimon. Now, a lot of people think Omnimon is the strongest Roronai. However, this isn't true. Don't get me wrong, Omnimon is powerful. I mean, he is the third strongest Roronai, but not the strongest. However, in the time of Project Arc, Omnimon was said to be the most powerful Roronai. Before we talk about the Roronai Omnimon, we need to talk about the Digi-Destined Omnimon. Like Ganamon, the Roronai Omnimon is more powerful than the Digi-Destined Omnimon, and that's mostly due to him having way more experience than the Digi-Destined Omnimon. The Digi-Destined Omnimon was able to destroy millions of Mega-level Diaboromon and battle against Doronai Jesmon and the leader Alphamon. The Digi-Destined Omnimon's Supreme Cannon is so powerful, when fully charged, it's powerful enough to force Alphamon to retreat. Imagine how powerful it would be if the Roronai Omnimon fully charged the cannon. In the X Evolution movie, Omnimon was able to defeat Wall Greymon X, Metal Garurumon X, and Gallantmon. He killed Truemon Vice with ease, helped Greymon hold the digital world, and helped the other Roronite fend off Axamon. Omnimon with some part of the Omega Inforce was able to battle against Bargamon and Unsealed Tachymon. Now a lot of people would be asking, what do you mean some part of the Omega Inforce? The Omega Inforce is an ability that allows the user to have limitless stamina and the ability to instantaneously read ahead in battle and respond accordingly. It also raises the user's combat sense and potential to their utmost limits in all situations. So the Omega Inforce has a lot of ability. However, when I was researching Omnimon's power, it was hard to tell if he had all of the Omega Inforce power when he was battling Bargamon and Unsealed Tachymon. After all, one of the ability allows the user to see their opponent's next move, and Shoutmon, who inherited the Omega Inforce, didn't show any signs of knowing his opponent's next move. So Omnimon probably has the limitless stamina part, or the combat sense being raised to its utmost limit part. I would say Omnimon has the limitless stamina part of the Omega Inforce due to Shoutmon being able to battle against Bargamon and even surprise him, even though Shoutmon X7 was greatly weakened after they entered Zemanmon's body, which would destroy any Digimon that enters his mouth. And Omnimon with one or some part of the Omega Inforce was able to battle against two powerful Digimon, with one of them being Tachymon, and he was forced to unleash the Zero Arm's true power. This could mean if Omnimon had precognition, or if it was a 1v1, Omnimon probably would have won. For Omnimon vs Tachymon, it could have ended in 3 ways. 1. It would have ended in a draw. 2. Omnimon would have won. Or 3. Tachymon would have won. Who do you think would have won? Oh, and by the way, this is Omnimon with limitless stamina. And lastly, Omnimon was able to aid the main cast of Cyber Sleuth and Alphamon defeat many Yggdrasil avatars and Mother Eater, who can destroy the multiverse, which is said to be infinite. With all of this, Omnimon is the third strongest, but not good enough for number 1. For number 2, we have the Dragon Emperor Axamon. There is a reason why I keep saying one Roronai helping the other Roronai fend off Axamon. It's because Axamon is an extremely powerful Roronai. He is stated to be the most powerful Roronai in terms of power, surpassing even Alphamon, the leader of the Roronaites. He's able to battle Omnimon, All Force Digimon, Jesmon, Gallantmon, and Magnamon all at once and defeat them. Axamon was a serious match for Takumi, who fought Mother Eater. He was able to kill thousands upon thousands of evil Digimon from the dark area, and it's possible the evil Digimon is in an X antibody form, since one of the pictures shows an evil Digimon with an X on his forehead. The evil Digimon managed to overwhelm Axamon due to the huge amount of numbers coming out of the dark area. Axamon was getting tired and weak due to him taking so many attacks while killing them. Axamon was eventually defeated by Lilithmon X, and that's mostly because Axamon was weakened. If the battle was 1v1 with Axamon having all of his energy and Lilithmon X without the help of her assistant, Axamon would have won, and that's mostly due to him being stronger than Alphamon in terms of power. And Alphamon is more powerful than any of the Roronites, even in their X antibody form. Although he doesn't have any special abilities like Omnimon or All Force Digimon, He is without a doubt the second strongest Royal Knight and being the most powerful Royal Knight in terms of power. And finally, for our number 1 spot is Alphamon. It's not surprising to anyone that Alphamon is the most powerful Royal Knight. He is a holy knight similar to a Diranterian Force, and doesn't appear in normal times. And he didn't appear when the digital world was going to be destroyed in Digimon Data Squad, and even when Bakumon's army and Z Millenniumon appeared in the digital world, Alphamon still did not appear. He's also assigned to the place called the MTC. One of Alphamon's BX cards says, "This holy knight transcended space and time to save the world." Alphamon is responsible for defeating the Royal Knights if they get out of control or make wrong decisions. Alphamon easily defeated Dexter or Goromon, a Digimon even Omnimon struggled against. He also has time manipulation, like the time he was able to slow down time to prevent the destruction of the digital world. Like Omnimon, Alphamon helped the main cast defeat Yggdrasil avatars and Mother Eaters who can destroy everything, which is said to be infinite. Alphamon is shown to be more powerful than any of the Royal Knights, even in their X antibody form, which includes Omnimon X and All Force Digimon X. In the D-Cyber manga, Alphamon was able to defeat Dexmon, a being not even Omnimon could defeat. And Omnimon was able to kill Yggdrasil and reset the digital world. If Alphamon is above Omnimon X, then he would be above All Force Digimon X. And All Force Digimon X is a very important Digimon to talk about. The reason why All Force Digimon X is an important Digimon to talk about is because he would be stronger than All Force Digimon Future Mode. I know some people will wonder why All Force Digimon X is stronger than All Force Digimon Future Mode. Before the introduction of the rest of the Demon Lord's X antibody form, I was wondering who was stronger, the X form or the Future Mode of All Force Digimon. The Future Mode, or Ultra Level, is a massive power boost while an X antibody form draws out a Digimon's hidden power. All Force Digimon X has a description about the All Force making the opponent suffer a counterattack with all its power if they try to catch sight of it briefly and attack it, while the Future Mode has nothing. So I would assume they would be somewhat equal, but that later changed when Daemon X became a thing. When Daemon X was revealed, they explained that Daemon's anger exceeds its limit, power surpassing even that of a super ultimate Digimon, meaning that Daemon X is stronger than Ultra Daemon. And All Force Digimon Future Mode was able to one-shot Ultra Daemon, and Ultra Daemon X is stronger than his Ultra level counterpart, and All Force Digimon X would obviously be stronger than Daemon X, since Future Mode is stronger than Ultra Daemon. So if Alphamon is more powerful than any of the Royal Knights, even in their X any form, which includes All Force Digimon X, who is stronger than All Force Digimon Future Mode, who is powerful enough to one-shot Ultra Daemon, who is so powerful he could be more powerful than Lusamon Satan Mode. Alphamon would be more powerful than any of the Royal Knights and 7 Demon Lords, even in their X antibody forms, with one of the Demon Lords being Lusamon X, who is stronger than Daemon X, who is stronger than Ultra Daemon, who is stronger than Lusamon Satan Mode. What makes Alphamon even more powerful is his ability, the Alpha Enforce, and this ability is one of the most overpowered abilities in the digital world. The Alpha Enforce allows Alphamon to instantaneously replay the battle. Although Alphamon's attacks are over in just an instant, you can't grasp how many attacks he actually unleashes, and in theory you can only see the final blow that brought down his opponent. Alphamon would be more powerful than any of the Royal Knight or Demon Lord, and would arguably right now, be stronger than Susanamon and even Coronamon. And I know in the DS game Coronamon was able to one-shot Alphamon. How is possible Alphamon's power was reckoned since he's able to help others defeat foes who are way more powerful than Coronamon. So that's the list of the weakest to strongest Royal Knights. This video took forever to make, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. The Royal Knights are definitely one of the most powerful Digimon group ever, surpassing the 10 Legendary Warriors and the 3 Great Angels. The Demon Lords are one of the few groups capable of rivaling the Royal Knights, but there are at least 2 groups that are more powerful than the Royal Knights, that being the 4 Sovereigns and the Arbitrators. The Arbitrators are absolutely ridiculous, but I'm not going to talk about their powers for this video. Maybe it could be for another video. Anyway, thank you for watching and take care.